Joe Chill is on death row because he killed Bruce Wayne's parents. He has been there for a long time. But, big news, the date of his execution is coming up very soon. And he asked Harvey Dent to come see him before he goes. Beware, spoilers ahead. He tells Harvey that the city is suddenly very eager to put him to death after 50 years on death row. Harvey doesn't know why, but Chill's food tray had a coin from the Court of Owls on it. He tells Harvey that he should talk to the boy who killed Batman. Stephanie goes to her dad's workplace, where he is the host of Quiz Bowl, to see him. Steph shows him the password they found and asks for his help breaking it. He tells her that she'll figure it out in a hazy and not very roundabout way. She is stopped when Harvey Dent calls her. Harvey rings her up. Carrie goes to the hospital where her mom works to see her. Her mom says that she has to do her homework there every day after school to make sure she gets it done. Carrie doesn't feel good. During their phone call, Harvey told Steph that Joe Chill wants to meet with Turner. Dwella accepts. She really likes Joe Chill. Turner is kind of interested in what he has to say, even though the Court of Owls is trying to shut him up. Harvey and Turner meet in the tunnels. Harvey wasn't sure if he would show up. Before they can talk much, Dwella shows up and puts a knife to Harvey's throat. After what happened with Cressida, Turner is not stupid enough to come alone. Harvey says that if this was a trap, the GCPD SWAT would have gotten Dwella right after she pulled out the knife. Dwella seems to think that's fair and lets Turner and Harvey work it out on their own. When the news comes out that Harvey Dent has put off Joe Chill's execution, Lincoln March uses this to help his own campaign. Dwella wants to drink in honor of Joe Chill, but Steph tells her not to because they're still trying to figure out the riddle. Harper wants to drink. Cullen doesn't like the idea. At the hospital, Carrie sees Brody March. He is doing the community work that the court ordered him to do. She shows him around the hospital and they talk about Carrie's mom. Dwella, Steph, and Harper drink. Cullen wants everyone to stop, so he tries to keep them from drinking whiskey so they can pay attention. They talk about Steph's dad and how, when he gave Steph the cipher back, he was unclear and hard to understand. Harper takes some words from what he said: Sherlock, fear, last. It's a reference to a book by Sherlock Holmes that uses a book cipher. Steph's dad was, in fact, giving them a hint. Steph is shocked that Harper already knows that, but Harper says she heard it on Quiz Bowl. Cullen tells her that Harper is a big fan, like any good brother would. She doesn't miss a single show. Anyway, out of the billions of possible books, they only have to find one. Even Cullen takes a shot at that. Harvey takes Turner, dressed up as a guard, into the jail so he can see Joe Chill. Turner asks Chill, if you love the Waynes so much, then why did you kill them? Why did you kill your father? Chill asks back. Turner says he didn't do it, which is the point. Joe Chill says he is not guilty. He was told to steal from a rich family the night the Waynes were killed. He brought a .38 caliber gun with him in case he needed to scare them away, but someone else shot them instead. The shot came from behind Joe Chill. Everyone heard him say that he was set up, but no one believed him. It came down to his word versus a child's. Before Bruce Wayne became Batman, he didn't blame him. Turner and Joe Chill both agree that they have more in common than Turner first thought. Turner also tells Joe Chill what he wishes he could hear in the same situation: I believe you. Joe Chill is willing to talk about the Court of Owls. Brody March tells Carrie that he knows a guy who really needs help and asks her to go get her mother. Mom is busy. Carrie says take me to him. Cullen finds Ulysses by James Joyce. This is the book with the code in it. Back at the prison, we find out that the coins people are getting before the Court of Owls kills them are meant to represent the coin from Greek myths that you need to get into the underworld. It is a way to show off. The Court of Owls knows you'll die if you get it. They were successful. Harvey still doesn't have a coin. Chill says that they must use him. What does Joe Chill say? Give up. The Court of Owls is impossible to beat. He's what Turner's life will be like in the future. A quick death is better than living in a cage for 50 years. Joe Chill says that one of his cellmates knew how to get to the Court of Owls. His body was found. He swallowed his own tongue. Before he died, he kept repeating the puzzle, but he never got past the second line. Joe Chill is then taken to be put to death. Brody takes Carrie to the guy who has stitches that are coming out. She chooses to handle it on her own, which she does. She and Brody have some really nice times together that show Carrie is great at everything, even saving lives. Harvey and Turner talk back in the tunnels, not sure how that could help them find the Court of Owls. Turner, on the other hand, thinks Harvey might be starting to believe him. Harvey thinks so. He doesn't know who is in charge, but he's sure it's not Turner. They have a sweet moment that makes Harvey feel like a father. Harvey goes to tell Lincoln March about the coin. Turner lets everyone know what he learned from Joe Chill. He says, though, that they can't give up. They've got something that Chill didn't. A team. Turner gets news from the team. The cipher is a street address, which they worked out. Turner wants to go and see for himself. Steph says that she will go with them so that she can check her work. Harper says it's too risky for Steph. Steph tells Turner she's going and goes with him. After them come Cullen, Harper, and Dwella. They go to a gym where a lot of guys with guns and drugs hang out. Steph sees that they are painkillers. Harper asks Steph how she knows. The clear answer is that it's because of her mother, but Cullen makes up for her. Turner, Steph, Harper, and Cullen want to stop the guys, but Dwella starts running away before they do. She knows the chances aren't very good. Even though Carrie isn't there and Dwella has left, they still have the advantage of surprise. The Gotham Knights are exactly what their name says they are. They act like heroes when they fight the guys in that gym. Steph only helps when Cullen is being shot at. After they fight for a while, a gun is put to her head. Harper throws a weight at the guy who has a gun to her head, and he falls. Once all the guys are taken care of, Steph goes on a powerful rage and destroys the drugs. It's clear that it's a sign. Lincoln March pays Harvey a call. Harvey tells what the coin from the Court of Owls means. Lincoln says it was Harvey who put the coin there. After all, he did check a coin out of evidence on the same day that Lincoln found his. Joe Chill walks until he dies. They use electricity to kill him, and all the lights in Harvey's office go out. The Talon comes out of nowhere, stabs Lincoln March, and then moves toward Harvey. He is inactive. Harvey comes out of the conversation unharmed. When GCPD arrives, the guys are all tied up in the gym. At their feet is a green spray-painted GK. The news tells them that Joe Chill has died. Some news outlets are also praising the Gotham Knights for taking down local drug sellers who sold opioids. Dwella turns off the TV and tells the team that the news would put them in jail with the drug sellers if they knew who they were praising. But still, at least they figured out that if they find out where the drug money is going, it will lead them to the court. Brody March is walking with Carrie through the hospital when he sees his dad being rolled in, fighting for his life. Turner visits Steph. She is crying and freaking out because she almost died. She didn't know how scary it was for everyone until tonight. Turner says that she is the only thing that will keep him from becoming like Joe Chill. Sparks start to fly just as Steph gets a call about Brody's dad. She must leave. While they wait in the waiting room, Carrie brings Brody some cookies. Steph comes over and gives him a hug. Carrie seems upset that he went to her like that after all the time they spent together that day. Is there a crush going on? Carrie's mother comes out and says that Brody's dad is doing well in the ICU. Carrie gives her mom a hug to say thanks. Harvey is alone in his office when he notices that the Talon touched him and left blood on his cheek. About half of his face is in the dark. He knows something is wrong, so he hits the mirror. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to see more videos like this. Click like and turn on notification to help out the channel.